Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Hope and Coffee. I'm Hope and Coffee, and we are back with another little episode about how nutrition can benefit us in some of the better ways. And I love sharing some of these nuggets of information just simply because I did get certified with nutrition a few years ago. And this is one of my ways of utilizing some of that knowledge and then also going out and continuing to expand my knowledge base by doing more research, by not just focusing on one source of information, but looking across multiple sources of information to ensure I'm trying to provide the best information I can. And hopefully you take some of this to heart. I know, if I provide it to you, then it's something that I've probably already started implementing in my own life, especially when it comes to maybe not drinking my calories, just in general, just helping me with kind of weight management, because I don't want to drink my calories and have those hidden calories at the end of the day that I didn't realize I was consuming. But also, where I'm on this 90-day journey right now, and I'm kind of doing what I'm front loading my protein first. I'm ensuring that each meal that I have has protein in it. And it's not been hard, but it's also something that I didn't really pay attention to it as much as I should have in the past, because I thought I needed to be on a strict eating plan, and it's really not that, or it's not been that complicated. So this particular episode is about protein and how it can benefit weight loss, because that was something that, because it's been something I've been working on during this 90-day journey, I wanted to really find some research to help bring that to the table for you all. And I actually was talking to my mom this weekend about how it could benefit her as well, as she's getting older, and the fact that protein is one of those nutritional macros that is so incredibly good for you as you get older, because it keeps your body moving a little bit better. It helps your body repair itself a little bit better in order to keep going. So we're going to kind of start with this little, I hate to say bullet points, but they are, because that's how I kind of create my notes for you all. But number one is it takes longer to digest. Protein and fiber are two of the kind of longer, fiber is found in carbohydrates, but it's a complex carbohydrate that takes quite a long time to digest, and it's usually very good for the body. However, protein is also usually very complex, and the body needs those chains of amino acids and those proteins in order to rebuild itself. And so the body needs protein as a building block. And that's why it takes a little longer to digest. It really doesn't store a ton of extra protein around. It'll just kind of that's why it just takes a while to digest. But because it takes longer to digest, we move on to number two, and it can help you keep feeling full for longer, because it's not going to just pass through your stomach just super quickly and through your intestines and be done. It's going to move slowly enough that you're going to feel satiated for a longer period of time, which is something that is really nice when you're looking to try to kind of weight manage a little bit more, or to even control snacking a little bit more. So there we move into the third point of it can reduce those cravings and help reduce those calorie intakes. If you're front loading your protein, if you're getting the protein, trying to get some at each meal of the day, and I try to have almost my biggest portion on my plate to be protein based, whether it's cottage cheese, whether it's chicken breast, whether it's some lentils or quinoa or beans, I try to ensure that that's usually the bigger portion of my plate. But what it can do is also boost your metabolism, because it's taken a little bit longer to kind of work through your system. Your body actually kind of burns a little bit more effectively, and that's actually a good thing, because it can boost your metabolism. And I say can because, of course, it's it's something that over a period of time, I'm not going to say one meal with protein has increased your daily burn rate of like by a certain number, because that's not a measurable thing. But over a period of time of front loading the protein, you can usually see that your metabolism is going to be a little bit better. Next is it can help increase your muscle and your strength. And why that is because protein helps with recovery, it helps with healing, it helps with repair, and it's helping your body to, I don't want to say bulk, because that is like, a lot of females don't like to think about, oh, well, if I eat too much protein, I'm going to get bulky. That's not the case. Your muscles are going to just simply be stronger. And that is going to also help you be less inclined to injury. And so maybe if you bumped your hip against the counter, you'll have a smaller bruise than you would have had you been maybe on more of a carbohydrate-based diet or something like that. So it's just really thinking about how protein is benefiting the body. So next, and this kind of goes back to reducing those cravings, it assists in reducing that late night snacking. If you're having a dinner that's got fairly good protein levels and maybe some green leafy vegetables, possibly, over a course of time, you may see that your late night snacking and cravings are reduced. Now, you may still kind of think in your head, oh, I still need something sweet. Maybe you want to grab some nuts. Walnuts, pecans, almonds also have protein as well, which again can help kind of satisfy that need for a crunch while helping you also satisfy maybe that more of a late night craving. It does help the body repair itself, and it helps the body remain more fit as we age. And protein is recognized as one of the 3 macros of the body needed for function, and protein is essential to being a building block of the body. Like, same thing with fats. Fats are essential to the body. Like, we cannot have a completely fat-free diet and our bodies function properly. We need fats, and good quality fats, good sources of fats, for our bodies to function properly. Carbohydrates are the energy that we use on usually a primary basis to kind of go through the day. So that's why those are usually listed as the 3 kind of macros of food. Protein, absolutely essential. Fats, absolutely essential. And then carbohydrates, depending on who you're talking to, like especially like if you're talking to someone regarding keto or anything like that, those are a little less essential depending on your protein and your fat intake and how well you're balancing your other nutritional intakes. But carbohydrates are recognized as the body's primary source of energy. But protein is vital, and without enough of it incorporated into a healthy eating plan, the body's less able to repair itself. So over the course of our lives, and as we age and as we get older, and these cells are automatically going to slow down with their ability to repair themselves anyway, if we start thinking about front loading that protein with collagen and things of that nature, and I'm just using collagen as an example, so please don't go out there and spend amounts of money on collagen. I'm just using it as an example of a protein. But what I've been able to learn is that meat-based proteins are a little more bioavailable for humans to consume and absorb, whereas plant-based proteins are great to supplement if you happen to choose that as your source of protein. You just want to make sure that you're eating enough to meet your body's requirements for your protein levels. But needless to say is, as we age, we need to think about our protein intakes. And so my mom, who's in her 60s now, I want her, because she's always kind of bruised pretty easily, I want her to start thinking about front loading that protein in every meal, because she works, I don't want to, she doesn't like, it's not a hard job, but it is a very hands-on sort of job. And so she's constantly moving and doing, and I want her to stay happy and healthy. And so if she will just focus on eating good quality sources of protein, and if she really thinks about those sorts of things, then I think she's going to do pretty well. But I'm trying to do the same thing myself so that I can also increase my longevity. And I hope that you will kind of consider it as well. But let me know what you think down below. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts on what you think about it all. And please, if you've made it this far, like, subscribe, share, and I hope to see you all on the next page. Have a great one.